Are you following the 70% rule when you're flipping houses? Hey guys, it's Philip, and I'm here to talk to you about playing smart so that you can flip it right. So by following the 70% rule, you can avoid overpaying for properties and minimize your risks in your investment, okay? It's a tried and true strategy embraced by seasoned house flippers worldwide, and it's been the best way that I've seen on making sure that you don't overpay for houses that you plan to buy, fix, and flip. So whether you're a seasoned investor or you're just starting out, remember the 70% rule is your pathway to a profitable house flip. Okay, so make sure that you have a coach, somebody that's mentoring you, that's explaining these strategies, these tips and tactics to you, so that way you can have the confidence to move forward and start flipping houses today. So what's the 70% house flipping rule? As an example, if you understand that the property is worth 100 totally fixed up, and that's what the after repaired market value of the property is 100, and I'm just going to use 100 so that the math is easy. It could be 100,000, it could be 250,000, whatever the median price range of your real estate market is what numbers you want to plug in. So let's use 100 in terms of a percentage to make the math simple. So if you're in a market that the median price range home is $250,000, well, then plug in 250,000. But we're going to use percentages as an example here to make the math easy. So if you know that the after repaired market value of that property is 100, you want to purchase that property for 70% minus the cost of renovating that property to bring it up to its current marketing condition, right? So that means if the house needs $25,000 or 25% in work, then you're going to want to purchase that property for 70 minus 20%, right? So now you're at 50. That's your purchase. That's your maximum allowable offer that you can purchase that property for and still make a profitable investment if you plan to buy, fix, and flip that property. Okay. So if it needs 25, you want to buy it for 45. So what that means is if you're marketing and you're talking directly with the seller, you actually want to offer less so that way you can negotiate up to that point. Sometimes it might be okay in certain situations to pay a little bit more. Maybe you can go to 75 or 80% if it's not a house that needs a huge renovation and you know you can get that property fixed up in a matter of weeks instead of months. So sometimes when I'm buying a house subject to and I'm taking over existing debt, for example, and the house only needs paint and carpet and some cleaning and I can get it back on the market pretty quick, I might be able to go to 75 or 80% and leverage the debt on the underlying loan. So there's more about that and other tips that I've given in previous newsletters, and you can look at that, called the subject to strategy. Okay, so you can learn more there. But again, if you're going to plan on buying the property, fixing it up, and then flipping it, when you're using hard money or private money or another investment partner's funds, you want to stay within that 75% minus repairs, that maximum 70% to be safe, especially if it's a big renovation. Okay, so now let's talk about some tips on how you can find these types of houses to actually flip. Where do we actually get our properties? And some of the best hidden opportunities are hidden gems that are not listed for sale. We're looking for off-market properties that we can purchase without a real estate agent involved before it's been listed on the MLS, where the whole world knows about it, because by the time the whole world knows about it, it's too late. So what we do is we do a lot of direct mail marketing. We do a lot of putting feelers out there, getting wholesalers and other people bringing us deals that they've located that we're dealing with the sellers directly. A lot of my seller leads come by referral. People in the community who know that I buy houses and pay a fair price, and I get to close on the date of the seller's choice, and I pay all cash, or I don't have to pay any closing costs when they work with me, and we can close quickly. Right? So these types of leads come to me. I'm not the one out there looking for houses on the MLS. Another thing that a lot of my bird dogs do, and some people will make fun of this, but they'll actually drive neighborhoods. They call it driving for dollars. When you're out door knocking, for example, let's say you're going out and door knocking houses that are on the pre-foreclosure list, which is a great source of motivated sellers. While you're in the area, you might also see a house that's run down. The grass is overgrown. You can tell the utilities are off. You can tell there's mail falling out of the mailbox that hasn't been picked up, or newspapers in the yard. Those could be potentially vacant properties. And with those vacant properties, you can actually find who owns that property through the county appraisal district, and then try to locate that owner and contact them directly. Or you can also mail them letters and try to get them to contact you, or leave a sign in their yard or a door hanger at their door, right? So these are all strategies that you can use to get these motivated sellers calling you. Another really great tip for finding those vacant properties is that you can go down to your city and ask them for the water shutoff list. So whenever the people don't pay their water bill, they have a water shutoff list, and you can get that public knowledge and public information from the city. And then that's a great way to target vacant houses. And you can find those sellers and get them calling you, or deploy a team of bird dogs that go out and actually look for these properties for you. Get bird dogs out there driving for dollars, and then you pay them per lead that they get, or per lead that they give you, or per property that you close, right? You might pay them $10 for every vacant house that they send you. Or if they take it a step further and they actually get a hold of the seller and set an appointment for you, you can pay them $500. Or you can take it even a step further than that. If you actually buy a property that they refer, that they set an appointment, you could pay them a bonus of $1,000 or $2,000, sometimes $3,000 to $5,000, just depending on that deal, right? So get other people going and doing these activities to bring deals to you. Or if you've got more time than money, then you're going to be doing that yourself. Go driving for dollars. Go door knock on the pre-foreclosure list. Leave letters. Put bandit signs in the areas where there's pre-foreclosures. All of these strategies. If you find a vacant house, be bold enough to put an I buy houses sign in that vacant yard, right? Maybe you have friends and family in the area that will allow you to put I buy houses signs in their yard, and you can pay them a referral. All of these are ways of getting motivated sellers to call you directly, so you can find and buy properties off market. Because once the house is on the market, it's too late. And if you're only buying from wholesalers who are creating a buyer's frenzy by getting 10 investors at the property at the same time and not giving you an inspection period, wanting you to put money down right there, non-refundable earnest money on the spot, and making it a buyer's frenzy to where it's like an auction and you get bid up, then you want to create your own bird dogs, create your own deals where you're working directly with motivated sellers like I do every single day. And again, the next best step is networking, because the best lead that we can get are leads, the sellers that call us direct, or it's going to be a lead from somebody who referred you. Because when somebody refers me and they say, hey guys, I heard that you need to sell your house, contact Phillip, because Phillip is known in the community for getting deals done, getting them done fast, closing quick, covering all your closing costs, and choosing a date of your choice. You can contact Phillip. He's got a reputable, really great reputation in the community. He's going to make you a great deal. Most of the time when I get those leads, we close them. 9 out of 10 of those end up being closed because the person who referred me to that seller passed on the credibility that I needed for them to be able to listen and to make sure that I'm not a unwanted pest, but I'm actually a welcome guest in their house to help make an offer to help get them that property sold. So networking is a secret way, the best way to find deals. Getting and building relationships with people that are already in the community, that already know you, that already like you, that already trust you, and they can bring you leads that they're doing, or they can bring you leads that they might want to partner. So a lot of times people who come to me for funding, for example, they're wanting to get a private money loan or a hard money loan. They may come to me looking for that hard money and be willing to pay hard money and points and the high interest rates, or they learn that by bringing the deals to me, we can actually partner and do the deal together. So now we can turn these wholesalers into partners as well, right? So these are all different strategies that you can do, because the most important thing as real estate investors that we can have is a motivated seller. The most important thing in that seller's life at that moment is to sell that house. You'll know when you have a motivated seller and not just a tire kicker, because it's going to be obvious that they're going to be wanting to talk to you. They're going to be willing to negotiate, and they're going to be willing to accept a fair price that you can turn around and actually buy that property for 70% minus repairs, make the renovations, and make a profit. The internet is also a treasure trove of properties. And I want to caution you on this, because here's the thing. Every day I get emails of all of the active listings, and when a house changes from active to pending, and I watch the market, I know what's going on in the local market that I'm investing in, because I get these email alerts every single day. And every now and then I'll see a property that's been on the market for a long time, long days on market, and I'll look at the photos and I'll realize that it's a house that needs to be renovated. The only deals you'll ever get on the market are houses that are run down. But it's a good idea to also be on these email lists so you can see what the pretty houses are selling for, what the ugly houses are selling for. You can have a pulse on the market in your current market that you're investing in by watching the market to see. But I can promise you, in the 20 years that I've been in real estate, I've probably bought 5 houses off of the MLS. And these were usually houses that were really run down. They were bank-owned REO properties that they foreclosed on. And the typical buyer that's wanting to buy and move into a property can't qualify to buy that house because it needs to be renovated. So watch out for those, because those deals that need to be renovated might be a potential that you can keep your eye on and make the lowball cash offer on. And every now and then you might get one of those. But the best way to get deals, like I said, is through your network, through networking and through directly dealing with motivated sellers on a one-on-one basis, where you control the dialogue, you control the narrative, and you get them to know you, like you, and trust you, and you put together a fair offer that works for them, that solves their need, and that also works for us as real estate investors, to where we can actually buy, fix, and flip that property for a profit. So if you're just thinking about getting into real estate, or if you're ready to take your real estate investing to the next level, let's see if we're a fit to work together. Let's see if there's a place available within my community and my network for us to take your business to the next level, or to help you get started. So rather you have time to go out there and find deals and bring us great deals, or you have investment capital that you're looking to deploy so that you can invest in real estate with somebody who's actually got 20 years of experience doing it, hit me up. Click the link, schedule a call. It costs you absolutely nothing to see if we're a fit to work together. And I promise you this, I'll give you some one-on-one coaching, some advice that you can take and do it on your own, or we can do it together. So like, comment, and share these videos with people who you know would benefit from learning and working with me. And I'll catch you on the flip side. Thanks for watching. Make it a great day.